We're excited today to be talking about the news we put out last week, whereby we've announced the receipt of the very important concession grant from the Dominican Republic government. The receipt of that concession gives us permission to engage in our next round of exploration work. We have been waiting idly for this grant, so it's a critical threshold for us to have that in hand now and be able to engage in the work that this project requires. In the spring of 2012, Gold Quest Mining went into the Dominican Republic and made a world-class discovery. And on the heels of that, we were able to strategically go in and acquire the ground adjacent to Gold Quest's concessions. Over time, we realized that there was a process to go through before we could get the necessary permits to do the next phases of work. In the meantime, however, we were able to do groundwork, geochemical work, sampling and mapping, and give ourselves an opportunity to identify some targets to then hone in on. During that time, that was in late 2012, early 2013, we identified two key showings, one called Melkor, the other called Ginger Ridge, where we were identifying grab samples up to 11 grams per ton gold. We did a channel sample that ran 13 meters of 1.5 grams per ton gold. So clearly something going on at surface here that warranted follow-up work. However, in the interim, we were handcuffed by the inability to go in and do the next phases of work until we had that grant. With that grant now in hand, we're excited to be able to go ahead, engage in those programs, and take this project to the next level. While I was down in Santo Domingo, I also met with the Canadian ambassador to the Dominican Republic and had a wonderful opportunity to spend some time in his office. He was quite pleased to see that we had received this concession grant. There have been very few of these granted by the Dominican government in the last couple of years, so this is a real important step, and he recognized that. And so it was good to get his support as we sort of move forward here and get active with work programs, get a sense of where mining sits within his office's priority list, and I was quite pleased to hear that mining is a focal point for the ambassador in trying to create an atmosphere in the Dominican Republic where the country recognizes the expertise that Canadian companies can bring to the country and how that can lead to jobs and a better quality of life for the communities where these people are mining.